I'm Laura Yersomas, president of Voices of Hope Productions. I started Voices of Hope Productions to educate, engage, and empower youth and adults to produce their own grassroots media and to use communication strategies such as community access television, the internet, and community screenings so that the voices of real people could be heard. I believe that as citizens in a democracy, it's our responsibility to be involved, to participate, and that means that we can also construct our own media. If the real people can inform each other about what's going on in their communities and in their state, and then engage the elected officials, we would have a better, more just society.
We are reducing voices down to 5 or 6 different corporations that are supposedly speaking for all of us.
We easily get information about entertainment and celebrity, but we know little about issues that are taking place in our community. If we value public deliberation on issues that are meaningful to a democratic society, then we have to be involved locally. Plus, there are so many voices we don't hear at all.
Where are the voices of Hispanic youth and men and women? Where are the voices of Asian men and women and youth? Where are the voices of African American men, women, and youth?
We're always asking, what is the meaning of this? What is the subtext? What is the message? But we never ask, how is this produced? That leads to a whole other set of questions that we would not have asked before. And the audience really has a lot more ability than people think, in my opinion, to form opinions, to interact, and to dialogue with media. But in the past, we didn't really have many tools available to us. But now you have websites, you have grassroots media. Grassroots media is producing your own media, having dialogue using media literacy as a pedagogical tool. So you bring in media literacy, you teach people how to deconstruct the messages, and then reconstruct your own messages, because it's not just deconstruction, you have to reconstruct. I think you should make a video piece that deals with health or food or whatever it is that's important to your community, and then bring it back to the people level, because no matter what study comes out, what keeps coming up over and over again is that one-on-one communication is still much more powerful than mass media. Me having a conversation with you is way more powerful than all the satellites in the world beaming into my brain all these messages. So I'm a huge advocate of, yes, let's make media, but let's have a community gathering. Let's have food, let's eat, let's talk, let's share.
By coming together in local communities, we maximize the creation and distribution of credible local media. This will encourage debate that can improve opportunities and equality for everyone, and it's really something that should be embraced.
We need to be careful of having an extreme look at media. Media is bad versus media is good. Media is. It's just present, it is. It's not good or bad. It's how we choose to utilize it and work with it and recreate it, especially in the hands of our youth, that makes it a positive thing. What I hope is that more and more educators and policymakers and administrators will begin to realize that it's not just media literacy, it is literacy, and we have a culture of youth that are media literate, in the sense that they are savvy with media. They need to know how to then look at it and construct it and deconstruct it and create it.
It's really important to encourage each other to be sure that our elected officials recognize how we feel and what we want, and we need to be civically engaged to really have a democracy that works.